Going on. I didn't feel like waiting any longer. What's up, Matt? What's up, Glenn? Uh, Waiting on Kara right now. All right. What do I want to do first? See if she's in here yet. No, she's not. Anyway, she'll be here in a second. Uh, Let me. I do want to. Got some new stuff today, at least fabric wise. I kind of want to recreate what I did last week to start. Coral snake. Dude, actually I post that up here if anybody wants one. I painted a couple more of those this weekend. It's a pretty fun one to try. I somehow lost what I was using to make it, so I had to make a new one today. I think it'd be fun to do it in a few different quote unquote flavors. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I wish you'd have said that like 20 seconds ago before I started painting this one black. I guess I can always do that one next, to be honest. I know you said this like a minute ago, but I think a coral snake, I'm gonna have to plan that one out. I think that's gonna be something that's gonna take a little forethought. All right. I've not used this fabric yet, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out. What's up, Justin? You guys gonna see here live. I think it's gonna be good. I don't know though. It's not much different than stuff I already used. It's kind of been a gloomy day. It's just been raining all day. I really didn't feel like painting, but I got scheduled it, so I guess here I am. I'm ready for some not gloomy weather. I guess it wasn't too bad this weekend. It's really not much different than stuff I already use, but I think it's going to work better. Come on. There we go. Definitely not as giving. At least it doesn't seem to want to move as much. Which might be a good thing. But it's not wanting to come together. There we go. Might have to double up on the magnets. All right. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. That's not. Dang it. That's always something with these things. Come on. It's not center at all. There. You know, now that you say that, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna write that down. What's up, Kevin? Because if you just did a long magnet, could just do one on top, one on bottom, and make it a little easier. I think I need to remember that. I'm right here, brother. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. There was one I painted last week though that I thought looked pretty cool. I finally ordered a needle sharpener. That's news. I couldn't tell you what I'm painting right now. See which is. I'm just making something that looks cool, I guess. A needle sharpener. So see which has put me on to this. You get bent needles. They make a tool. It's called a needle sharpener. They're fairly expensive, but I mean they pay for themselves, and they will sharpen that needle back out. I guess within reason. I don't think you can. If it's like a 90-degree angle, I don't think you're gonna be able to fix that. But some original Bagley colors. We could give it a go. That's true. I guess if you could get it in there, then. So I've been like I have a new needle in this gun right now, and that's fine. But needles just cost so much money, dude. At a certain point, it's like spending. I mean, you think needles cost 10, 12, $15 each. You get a sharpener. Now, even if you still have to buy one extra because you mess it up really bad, that's still a lot better than having to buy a new one each time you bend it. Someone tell them I'm throwing paint on it. I'm kind of. There was one I did last week that was green, and then the bone on the belly. And I'm kind of doing that again. Something to get me started. Spraying and praying. Now with my, I'm thinking about putting some of this Jackard green on here. I guess I got 12 bottles I got to use with since Amazon blessed me, so I might as well use it. Thank you, Real Outdoors. I'm multicasting this. I can't really respond too much to the YouTube stuff, but I do see your comments. Yeah, dude. I don't know how many people heard me last week, but I ordered one bottle of this, and Amazon sent me an entire case pack. So 12. I thought it was vinyl. Like, what? This is because it just said that the paint was delivered, and I'm like, man, this sure is heavy just to be paint. One bottle, and I opened it up. I'm like, are you serious right now? It's like one of the most like colors that you can use the most too. It's be one thing if I ordered like I don't know. I'm sure I could think of a color I don't use too much, but for it to be one of the best colors, dude, that's crazy. Pink. Well, I'll tell you what. If I got sent a case pack of pink, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of pink lures. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm just kind of seeing what this fabric does. I just bought it today, so. Well, someone was telling me that they ordered a mattress and I ended up sending them two and told them to keep the other one. Like, well, paint some bag. I got a whole bunch of boxes of bag. It'd be interesting to try to recreate one of those. Let's see what it's looking like. I always like it when I find something good. That fabric is nice. They seem to hold together a lot better than others I've used. I go through phases, right? I'll use it a lot, and then I won't use it at all. And then one week I'll use it a lot, and then I won't use it at all. That kind of goes for everything I do. It feels like one week I'll just go crazy with something, and then I'm just sick and tired of it for a while. Yeah, and you kind of get used to using one thing for a while, and then it's like a week later, you're like, I'm kind of tired of using this. Then you move on. That cloth is goaded though. That is probably the best fabric I've ever found. I really like this one too. I don't know how well this one, since this lure has all these ridges, it's not going to work that good. But I'd imagine like a spook or something flat sided that would look really good. All right, I need red. We're gonna do a red gill, a bone belly, and I'll probably add something else to this. I don't know yet though. You just gotta wait and find out. Can't ask me what I'm gonna add because I don't know. I gotta find my gills. There it is. Do the red gill. Yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, I have a ton. About the only thing I have left, to be honest with you. Probably 8 or 9 tackle boxes filled. It's about the only lure balsa wise that I think's worth collecting. Like I think they have some of the best lures, at least artistically. I have never fished them, so I couldn't tell you if they're any good fishing. But just on how they look and creativity, I don't really know of any other. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to play apples and oranges with Impala, but American made. I don't know who else would compare. I might have some of those. I'm not too sure. I'd have to take a look. I'd have to give her a good old look. I got a monster shad if you want it. Nah, I'm saving the monster shad. These days, I'm gonna take it out of the box and desecrate it. And I'm gonna intentionally make it the ugliest colors known to man. I'm talking. It's gonna be pink. It's gonna be, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna look up color theory and I'm gonna do all the colors that don't work together. That's a sweet find, dude. I'm still hyped about it. It's been like a year or so ago. I still can't believe I got that thing. And I don't really want to do anything with it. I joke about painting it. It's probably just going to stay in the package because I don't know how many more of those you could find. Like these scales better than, or are you saying? I think you have to be talking about these because The other ones, I like the other one, but it's just too big for a smaller lure like this. I would like to see it on a spook bait. I got a few of them made up. It's actually pinned right now. That's the only thing I painted the past few days. I guess I painted them halfway last night and then finished them this morning. I didn't do much painting this week. I was like, I'm gonna do a bunch of painting Sunday. Yeah, that did happen. I got a new needle in here too. You don't realize how bad your old needle is until you get a new one in there. I probably do the bone around the eyes too. Yeah, seriously. It is really a night and day difference. I really want to do something with the back of this. Would it be too much? I might as well just go for it because this thing needs something. I almost want to kind of put some bone up here, but like not just a straight line. No, I'm gonna do it, and it might suck. Here's your one free tip of the night, everybody. Don't throw away your dryer sheets. Matter of fact, save them and send them to me. And make it really pronounced up here and then kind of just fade it into the back. Did I make you pay for it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cash, yeah, I can. I can do that next. And you have to use the really cheap ones. You can't go buy the high dollar dryer sheets because they're too strong. But if you get the cheap ones, You get a good pattern every single time. I want a purple and yellow spook. I feel like that's enough for this bait. At least adds. It really looks pretty good. I don't know if you guys can really see that detail. It's 13 for any customs, but I have the smaller spooks and then I have some bigger style ones. It's time to put some eyes on here. All good. Yeah, I don't know. I really like these super red eyes. Where's the glue at? There it is. Come on. This glue sucks. If you guys are ever looking for some, Loctite Pro Gel is terrible. I'm sure it works good for other things, but not so much this. There's enough glue on there to make it work, I think. You got to replace it. Hey, you're putting lips in now. You're big time. You know how to do that. Come on. Get some glue. There we are. Step lip. Is that where kind of I'm assuming that's what step lip sounds like to me. That's the first time I've ever heard that term. Unless it's like a shallow running bait. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. And I also got something new to try. Really like Matt's idea to sign these. Matkins' idea to sign these like Bill Dance. That's what I'm gonna start doing. So, which one's the smaller one? Water-based ink pen. Well, which one's the smaller one? Or is it just two of the same size? It looks like they're two of the same size. Let's see if it's working. That's really thick. It's really hard, and I probably need to look online for this to find really fine tip brush pens. I almost don't want to sign with this because it might be too thick. I don't know. Won't you give it a go? Yeah, you might need to keep praying for that. Sea witches. I don't know if they'll do that for you. I'm really 50-50 on if I want to use this or not. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna go for it. Mm, yeah, it's a pretty close to a bass green. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do because that doesn't look very good. So where's my black? That's gonna be the base, and we'll put the black in the middle. There you go. That's how you improvise. I meant to do that, fellas. Yeah, I know you guys never doubted me. Looks like Bill Dance if he didn't know how to write. He never passed. He was never given one of those tests in school where you have to trace the words. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Okay. So this gold marker sucks. Should have went with my gut and used the black, but whatever. That kind of makes it pop. That's good enough. All right. I'll get something started here. If there's any other request, or if there is a request, let me know. I'm gonna run to the other room really quick. And just to start the night off, one time tonight, one time. I'll be right back. Holy shit. $2. I don't know where I'm gonna spend all that at. Thank you, Glenn. Well, that's probably the last time I'm doing a dollar star tonight. There actually ain't no problem about that. Coral snake. Do I want to try this? You're gonna put me through some work. Let me look it up. No, you're good. Getting Timu prices over here, fellas. Coral snake actually doesn't look that hard. Like maybe on a spook, I guess. Can do it. I'm gonna use this picture as my reference. I'm really not gonna be able to get maybe try to go from here down. Because obviously I don't have a lure that's long enough to do a snake. So it's black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow. Kind of reminds me of this is kind of a random reference, but ever seen like Indian corn? Kind of what the vibe is giving me. I don't even know if that's a real thing. It has to be. I've seen it before, so it has to be true. And I got some big hot dogs. All right. We'll go and get started on this. Black beans and corn. No, maybe that's what it is. I really don't know. So black, yellow. Oh, I need to pick that up really well. All right, whatever. Get some stay down there for tonight. Black, yellow. I'm gonna figure out how I want to do this. This is a huge. I gotta make sure I have eyes big enough for this before I go too crazy with it. Let me check. I should. Yeah. So these are 10 mm eyes. So we're gonna start with white. And almost, well, I'm looking at it, and it looks like there's a little bit of black on the red. So what I'll probably do is I'll go ahead and get the base colors. So the black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, and kind of go down the bait in intervals, I guess. Black splatter, yeah. Well, if you, what I'm looking at, so it's almost like it looks like this is the scales, obviously. For some reason, it doesn't want to work anymore. Coral snake. Where are coral snakes? This is got to be a southern snake. Let's go ahead and turn the fan on. We're going to start with white. I'll probably do two different types of white, so that's the next color kind of shine. It's the first time ever painting one of these big things. Really don't know how I want to do this. Let's do pearl white, and we'll plan it out. I kind of think I just have to do each line and just switch the paint. each time. I don't really think there's going to be an easier way of doing it and just work my way down. And all this white will do is it'll give it a little bit of a shine. So I'd imagine snakes, even like the black snakes you see, it's not like they're dark. I mean, they are dark black, but they kind of have a little bit of shine to them. I tell you what, actually, I could probably do is do yellow now and then spray. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I really should have done yellow as the base now that I think about it, because then yellow is the lightest one out of all three colors. So you could paint over it pretty easily with the black. The red, you just have to do a couple of layers. It won't be that big of a deal, I don't think. Let's do some yellow. And it's kind of like it's almost a really bright yellow. Thank you, Flounder Pounder. I got a few of them in the store if anybody wants them. They just take forever to do. I'm not trying to get rich, but those three took me quite a while. All right, time for yellow. Let me kind of match this yellow up a little bit. Take a few more glances at it. Some of them it looks really bright yellow. Others it looks not so bright. It actually looks like, I'll show you. It looks like I do yellow, and then because it has a little bit of orange in it too. So it seems if you spray that yellow, you'll get the red over it. You'll get this orange fading. Oh, what yellow looks the best? If you're a painter, I'm about to give away some secrets. It's really not a secret at all, but a lot of airbrush painters don't know it. Okay, so let's go back to our picture. I really don't want to start with black, but I probably am going to. So I'm gonna air dry this pretty good. That should be good. I guess there's nothing stopping me from taping this whole thing off now. Pull up the picture of it again. Tape. Yeah, we can do that. I'm gonna finish after this coral snake remind me. I'm gonna wear this tape out. I don't want it super sticky. Should have been a good time to measure the diameter, but who's got time for all that? I guess I can condense a little more in it because this is a pretty dang long lure. Have to bear with me. This is gonna take it a little bit of time. I asked where these are from. It says reptiles and amphibians of Mississippi, so they're at least in Mississippi. Go ahead. See how that lines up. Just need to cut this down. Okay. First one's done. Then what are you gonna do? Black. So black, yellow, black. Get some more tape. And again, I'm just taking this on my pants and ripping it off. I don't really want it to be that strong. Otherwise it will. Uh, like I was just saying, I'm wearing it out. Painter's tape is pretty good about not ripping paint off, but I still go ahead and wear it out a little bit because it doesn't need to be that sticky. And I am not looking for a perfect line along the edge. Now, I would prefer, but if it's not perfect, that's their lines aren't. It isn't just a straight. Like, why am I? So I'm not using the tape. I'm ripping the middle out pretty much. This way, you get a decent line that looks a little natural. Yeah, they convinced me. No, black, yellow, black. This one's gonna be yellow. I might have to do that. That one's too thin. Black, yellow. I know I just keep repeating this, but I'm gonna lose track. Black, yellow. Okay, so that's the next yellow. This one's gonna be red. This might be just long enough. That's too short. And I'll tell you too, you're asking about the tape. You got to get the Dollar Tree tape because it sucks ass, but it's really good for taping off anything lure wise because it's not like it has super glue adhesive on it. It actually, the adhesive isn't that strong, which is most painters tape obviously isn't going to be that strong. But the Dollar Tree stuff, I mean, they're using sticky note tape on it, which is perfect for something like this. Okay, black, yellow, black, yellow. No, sorry, black, black, yellow, red. Hmm. So red. This is too thick. Nah, it's fine. Yellow. And then black again. And that might rip the paint off. Might have made a mistake there. Yeah, you gotta go to Dollar Tree, big dog. See, it's not ripping the paint off right now. You have to take it slow. You don't rip it off like you're getting a hair wax treatment, right? Rip it off like it's a band-aid on a wound. Personally, I rip it off quick, but sometimes you take it slow. Yellow, black, red, yellow, red. Okay. Wait. Black, yellow, red, yellow, black. I might do another little small one on the end. I really want there to be more red than just one red. Honestly, I might do black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow, red, yellow. No, but the yellow's between the blacks. Black, yellow. I'm putting way too much thought into this. Black, yellow, black, yellow, black. yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow. All right. You'd think I'm painting the Mona Lisa right now. The color's gonna be perfect. All right, let's see what this is looking like. Yeah, I don't like that one. Problem solved. Okay. This is the red one. So let's start with that. Because it's the only red one. I'll probably count them out again because I'm gonna forget. Black, yellow, red. Okay. I was right. Wait, which one's red? Red? I'm kidding. Which one's red? I've forgotten. All right, time for black. That was easy. I'll probably we'll do the scaling over the black or over the red after we do the black. Which makes sense because I already have black loaded up. It already looks like a coral snake. I guess I can move a little quicker. Sorry, there's not really a good way to hold this and get the bottom. Okay. Make sure I don't miss any spots. I'm gonna hit by this hook hanger again. Honestly, might just give them all another quick spray. And I tell you what would be cool to spray some shift over this black while it's still taped up. Okay, time to address the red. But now that I look at it, dude, it almost seems like I should spray black there and then spray the red over the black through mesh to give it that scale look. That's what we're gonna do. Well, we're spraying this one black too, fellas. Okay, let's hit that with the hair dryer, and we will spray that one red now. Working backwards. I wonder why it takes me so long to paint lures sometimes. What's up, Jackson? Okay, let's get the red now. And what color eyes do these things have? Yeah, we can figure something out. Anything I want? Well, I want the most rare lure you got. I want a bunch of hidden pumpkin seeds. I need 10 for each Bagley. It's a fair trade, I think. That's the best deal I've ever heard. Okay, let's get the red. I'm just giving it away, fellas. A price like that? Shit. Couldn't be any cheaper. Okay, now this is gonna be kind of difficult. How dry are we? Yeah, we're good. It'll be easy on one side, not so easy on the other. I guess you don't want it to be completely scaled red. You just want the essence of scaling. So I guess the bottom's probably just gonna be straight red. Dang it. I'm running out of room here. I'm like all contorted. I wish I had like a third person view for how I'm holding this thing right now. Look like I belong in a circus the way I'm holding this. Okay, let me take. That's the normal. I actually already work for the circus. Hit this with the hair dryer, and then we get the big reveal. Actually, I'm gonna do the shift. I lied. Thank you, Captain Can't Catch. You're just joining right now. I'm painting an Oscar Mayer hot dog. Yeah, I think I think it'll look pretty sweet if you shift it. Cuban cigar. It's actually a bratwurst. It's a bratwurst, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal it in two-part epoxy. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I have some shifts that is somewhat silver. Like if you went really light, let's look at it. I really like that idea though. The only problem is I don't know how I'd do it on the belly, but I guess it doesn't really matter. You don't see a snake's belly. Why don't we take a little gander at they are just straight black, but they almost you see that? You see what I'm seeing? That's not just straight black. That's almost like a little purple. I think you do that through the scaling on the it's gonna just have to be on the tops and sides. I can't do it on the bottoms and have it look right. I can always count on what not challenging me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Brad. I mean, here's the thing, I'm not trying to figure out what the bottom of a snake looks like in general. I'm okay with just seeing the top. Preferably, I don't even want to see the top. Luckily, here, we don't have any snakes that are, I guess, copperheads and moccasins if you go south. But where I'm at, I mean, it's all black snakes and gardener snakes. Black and water snakes too, but those aren't. You get a lot of uninformed people that think the water snakes are water moccasins. Like, yeah, you don't know if it's a water moccasin because they're huge and they move super quick. But I will tell you, I did learn this past week that water snake or black snakes are great swimmers too. Because I was out by a lake and there was one there, and that thing took off swimming. That's a little ripped. All right, we're gonna have to do a little surgery on this. That was a very good idea, Brad, because I think this will really tie it together. I'm just kind of concerned that without having scaling on anything else, that it might not really come together. But I think doing the scaling like this, let's take it off of this. I think this will tie it all together. And I'm just gonna go really light on this, just enough where I can start to see that purple. All right, sorry, I gotta tort myself again. All right, let's see what it looks like. Well, you can't really see it. You can on this side. You can see it if you look really close. I highly doubt you guys will see it through the camera. Either way, it'll still look good. Okay. The problem is I need to spray it straight on, but that's easier said than done right now. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. If you guys can even see that. You can kind of see it when I shift it up. You almost need to put a dang light on it. There you go. You can see it on the tail now. Definitely not as pronounced on this side. All right. All right. Time for the reveal. I might just to have some rhyme and reason. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the bottom too, just so that blends in. Okay. Let's do the big reveal now. This might be easier to do on the stand. At least the first few. Come on. Slow and steady wins the race. That yellow looks really good. Dude, I should make a bumblebee next. I don't my options for eyes are pretty limited. I guess it wouldn't probably be that hard to do a snake eye. It's just I could just paint a red eye and then put a slit through it. I'm gonna do a bumblebee next, dude. I think a bumblebee in this blank would look really cool. I just really like that black and yellow. The snake eyes aren't really the ones that I use. The eyes, at least, are like the least common ones. I've never even thought about getting them in a 10 millimeter, but now doing this, I'm like, well, probably should have. The only thing I wish I'd have done different is some more red, but it is what it is. Come on now. All right. Now let's look at their eyes. That red is that red is so wicked. It almost looks like it doesn't belong. The red's definitely. I really think just the one kind of makes it stand out. Like it, and it's the contrast. I'm sure you guys can see it, but if you're looking at it, it looks like the red part is thinner than the yellows next to it. Like a quick little, let's look at them because they almost have a bit of orange on them, dude. Because if you look, they do have. It is like a. It's not so much black. It's like orange. Now some spots there's a little bit of black. What if I did orange? Let's do the orange. And I mean ever so lightly. And I'm not going to do much of it at all. I don't know. I'm almost 50-50. I'm afraid that if I start going crazy at this point, it's going to not look good. Glenn, what do you think? Orange? Sorry, I just know. Where is it at? Black. All right, let's do that. And I think too, if you do the light black, you don't run as what I'm all the only thing I can think about right now is overspray with the orange and it not looking right. I'm on this one here. I'm probably just gonna. I'm not gonna get too close to the red. Why is that just gonna give it the essence of scaling? You can see it there. All right, I'm gonna take this off. That's a lot harder holding it on there than just doing it in my hand. And then I could just knock out both of these at the same time. How are we looking? Let's see what that looks like. Oh, dude, I like that. This one's gonna be kind of hard. Let's do the eyes. Okay, what kind of color eyes do these things have? Now they've probably got snake eyes, but it looks like they just have black eyes. Yeah. Well, that works out pretty well, doesn't it? So we're just gonna paint one black. Let's not set that there. The whole thing's gonna be black by the end of this. Make it a Terminator. What I might do is I might not actually fill that in all the way because this is a red eye. So it kind of has, as you move it, if you guys can see that. I'm going to keep it like that. All right. Let me empty out my airbrush really quick and then we'll get these eyes put on. Good gosh, this lure has taken forever. Problem is I'm just too OCD. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Only other thing I wish I would have done is maybe a little bit of orange, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Okay. Where's the tweezers? There they are. Oh, dude, that looks wicked. That's too much. Well, didn't work out too well, did it? My wife is upstairs talking on the phone. I feel like I'm in the conversation so loud. What's up, brother? Come on. Hmm. It's testing my patience right now. I don't know where that eye went either. I think it's stuck to my leg. Oh, come on, dude. Don't do this to me. Where did it go? I see it. I guess I didn't even put any glue on there either, so dude. My gosh, you I was talking about the tape that they use that you get at Dollar Tree. That's the same adhesive they're putting on these eyes. This thing will not stick to a mousetrap. Okay. Can I make a rattlesnake? There's a first for everything, brother. Okay. Let's sign it. I kind of want to sign it on the side. I'm going to sign it in the yellow. There's the coral snake. You ask and you shall receive. I'll show you guys the reference photo. So you still think put a red dot on there, or I kind of like it like that, man. Guess I'll leave it up to the people to decide. Let me show you guys the reference. Oh, that was about, what did that take me, like an hour? That was a long lure. Let's go back. Where are we at? Here we are. That was the reference. Obviously, you can't fit all those lines in there, so black, yellow, red, yellow, black, yellow. Go ahead and run this one. A rattlesnake, dude, I don't know about a rattlesnake. That's going to take like an hour and a half. All right, it's running now. All right. All right, we can't be taking an hour on lures. Thank you. It's a big lure. Now, I saw a few requests through that. I can't remember now. It's been a while. I'm half tempted to try a bumblebee. I'm half tempted just to go get that rat, Glenn, and just do the rat right now too. Well, I guess I have to put a sticker on that. Now, maybe we could do it. I also want to do a bumblebee. That'd be kind of cool to do. Let me go grab a blank. I'll be right back.
You said a bob.
You did say a bobber. I remember now. Oh, where is it? There is a bobber. Hopex. Oh, let me take a look at it. I'm gonna have to start moving quicker, dude. Yeah, if you want to send me the picture, I appreciate it, Glenn. We gotta start moving quicker, guys. At this point, I'm making not even Taco Bell salary. All right. Is it already like is it one of theirs? Let's look it up. Coronavirus giveaway. Okay. Well, let's take a gander. Oh yeah. I kind of like a neon yellow, black. Yeah, we could do that. That actually be pretty easy, I think. Start with a white. I meant to grab some water. I'll have to run in there and get that here in a second. It would be fun to do some more snakes. I really think that's probably one of, well, I'd say the easiest is probably going to be like a black snake. But it would be fun to try some more. The copperhead would be wicked, dude. All right, I have to go get some water to clean my airbrush out. So give me like 20 seconds. At 20 seconds, probably more like 15. Maybe more like 10. Who knows? All right, 1 second. Blue Racer. I'm not even, I'll have to look that up. It's like a fluorescent yellow. It almost looks like this to me. It's like a small dog. What it sounds like to me. Let's hit this with the hair dryer really quick. It kind of does look a little chartreuse. It's like a very, very, very light chartreuse. So we're just gonna mix that up in the thing. No, I have to $18 or $16 is as low as I'm gonna go on those. Those take forever to do, man. Thanks for asking though. And the stuff's in the store to kind of subsidize the live paints. Otherwise, these aren't really worth the time. So it's just in there to kind of bridge the gap a little bit. I'll have to take a look at it after I get this. Well, you missed the best one, AJ, so far at least. You missed the coral snake. Now we're doing a bobber. Let's do the red. And it's kind of a really bright red. So if I could find it, I got one in mind. This will come out a little. We'll just see. That should work. It doesn't look very red in the bottle, but it does come out a lot more red. A lot more red. I don't know. That doesn't sound like proper English. I think it's time to clean the old needle off. All right, there we go. It is going to be very bright. I guess you want your bobbers to be bright though. Might not help if they're like the same color as the water. All right, now it's time for the black line. So turn this off. We're going to tape it off really quick. These are the requests I like, guys. Coral snakes, all kinds of crazy snakes. Man, it takes too long. After doing the snake, dude, I think doing any kind of lure would feel quick. It's still not as bad as the darters. The darters are by far the things that take the longest. I use clear coat. It's the clearest coat a man can buy. The clearest of coats, the strongest of clear coats. You guys got to do a little leg work. I'm giving you away all my secrets. You're gonna have to figure out some of the stuff. But if you must know, Illuminate. I'm just being a pain. Hopefully that's straight. It's only one way to know. Let's see how straight I got it. It looks fairly straight. I'll show it to you after I finish this one up. See which is. What's up, John? Come on. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely not. Someone got the text. Put that in chat, but oh, sir. Maybe one day. Today's not that day. I think one a day is enough. That'll be another 6 months or so. I know you've been asking about it for a while now. It hasn't been 6 months, but I like to put it off to a day like today. The bad thing is, I'm supposed to paint another snake. It's kind of one of those like lizard blanks. It's like 4 parts. Dude, we want to talk about putting off. Like, I do not want to do that at all. But I said I would, so I mean, here I am. Some point, maybe a day when I'm bored. All right, let's get some red eyes for this. Okay. Where are they at? Well, we might do these ones. They're the right size. Oh yeah, I think those look good. Where is the tweezers now? Oh, here we are. This would be a fun one to go actually fish with. It'd be even more fun to throw this out there where people are using bobbers. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm just gonna start signing everything like I'm Bill Dance. But he signs. Well, not mistaken. It's this side always. It's about as well eligible as a Bill Dance lure. I'll go and run that. I might take a look at this snake that you sent. Take a look at the snake. Oh, oh, we could do that. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's a lot easier. That feels like a breath of fresh air. Is that it's a snake is it a Missouri? Yeah, another snake. Another snake, but this one actually doesn't look too terribly bad. It's a goofy looking thing. All right, let me get a good picture of it. Probably do it in the smaller style spook. I appreciate it. Thank you. And that's it's like a little bit of blue, a little bit of brown, a little bit of very dark purple. Trying to find a better picture or more pictures at least to judge them. It's a goofy looking thing. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I figured out what we're doing next. I said I wasn't doing a snake. I lied. Here we are. You're lucky. You're lucky I didn't open it up and it wasn't another. I have one dude ask for a water or a rattlesnake. Yeah, I'll do a rattlesnake. The start on a rattlesnake though is gonna be $50. That shit's gonna take 3 hours. Blue Racer. All right. New snake. Got a bone looking belly. Light blue into a dark blue and almost like a brownish. I really don't know what color you would call that, but we're just gonna start with black. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. A rattlesnake, dude. You're I'm not. $50 is probably too cheap. I'm not kidding, because I really don't think. I think that's something that would take a day or so. Coral snake honestly isn't that hard. Just a hair time consuming. I'm waiting for the black snake request. Are there any only all white snakes? All right, we got the easy part out of the way. Let's go ahead and hit it with the hair dryer. Well, it looks like they just have black eyes again, but it's open to interpretation. I gauge the crowd. I don't. It looks like their heads are black almost. Let's see how we could do this. My favorite part of lure painting. Thing's a little tore up. Start from over here. Where's my scissors? There. In some pictures, it looks like almost have like an all dark brown black back, dark brown black. You know what I meant. You know what would work really good for this? I don't know where they come from or what they are, but there's some kind of stuff that's in a tube like this already. I feel like it comes over like bolts and random things. Okay, this should work. Got pretty pink clips. The backs of these are always. I wish these things were like the same size and didn't have this taper at the end. Luckily, we're in luck that the bellies are all white, so have a little bit of leeway. That should work. I don't know how I'm gonna get it on the stand though now. I don't really think that's through too well. All right. We're going to start with, I'm going to use this one just because I want to kind of exaggerate that blue. So, well, I like this one. It's really kind of a faded blue at the belly. Not super, super blue throughout. It's kind of like that, looks almost like that military green, but with a little brown on it. And I'm just going to go off the picture you sent, Glenn. Okay. Where's that? Right here. Go ahead and put some blue in here. And I might do a little white. If my mom was in here, she'd be so grossed out. All right, that should be enough blue, I think. Okay. Turn the fan on. Let's get the spraying. Well, timeout. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's do this brown. Thank you, waiter. Did I ever do? No, I have not. I'm trying to save a little money because I'm going to Montana soon, and we had all these grand plans. Well, I think by the time we go, we'll probably be paying about $8 or $9 in gas. So I might just be paying for gas, to be honest with you, at this rate. Business expense. Damn right, brother. I'm bringing some of my lures. We're doing some R&D, baby. Some research and development out on the out in the Rocky Mountains. I was just making a joke. Good thing, really, out there, you don't really have to spend too much money. It's all kind of outdoor shit. So, what was your idea, John? What did I say? That was so offensive because we can make it more offensive if we need be. I didn't think I said anything that bad. That's going to need a little more brown. Hall of Fame idea. Oh, yeah. Okay, dude. Sorry, I knew your name. I didn't put two and two together. But yes, we can do that next. Yeah, I'm a little slow. Well, welcome. You found the right place. Um, I hate to keep pouring so much paint out, but I'm a sucker for trying to get a color match. I really think that's pretty close, just for right up along the side. I do have some square bills. I got like some like a Lucky Craft 1.5 style, and then a 2.5, and then 1.5 S crank, 1.2 S crank. Should be a few others. All right, before we do this, I'm cleaning the needle off. Yeah, we could do that. I only need like a tenth of the paint in here. But it actually looks a lot better spraying than it did in the pastel, whatever you call it, palette. And why am I spraying the back? I think it'd be easier to spray some purple over this after this than try to spray that color directly on. Because it is the kind of this green, but it has a little bit of a purple tint. All right, let's go ahead and do this purple really quick. Yeah, it's like a really dark purple. It's almost like this if I spray it lightly over it. And I'm gonna actually hit the sides a little more. 'Cause that green is very, very faded on the lure. It's not like the prominent colors. It looks pretty close to what I'm looking at. All right, let's take it out of the mesh, and then we will spray the belly bone, get some eyes put on it. And then this one just has black eyes again. It's a lot easier. I would spray hair dry it in the booth, but one, you guys are gonna be deaf. Two, it's just gonna blow paint dust all over the lure. What's up, Coda? All right. Time for the reveal. Uh-oh. I'm gonna take it out. Ooh, that's wicked. And that dark purple. That looks really good. I like that better than the coral snake. I like the coral snake, but then this thing looks, that blue is just really nice on it. Thank you, Jay. Hi, Connor. What's up, brother? I promise you one of these days we're gonna paint that snake. I'm planning on getting it done before next month. It's apparently snake night over here. All right, let's get some black eyes on it. I'll put the old John Hancock on them. Awesome, buddy. Thank you, Brad. We're just gonna do black eyes again. I think those look really good. So let me find an eye and we'll paint it up. Paint it up. I promise one of these days I'm going to organize all these eyes. I think I got some new ones in the mail. There's somewhere around here. Somewhere in here. Where did I put them? Oh, found them. I got a whole bunch coming, but it's been like pulling teeth getting the blanks lately. It'll go on my YouTube, especially that one, because I think that's something that'd be really cool. Trying to put some of those cooler colors. I like doing the super hard stuff in the live paints, but I feel like I kind of lose out on the chance to share those harder ones. Now, if it weren't for you guys, I want to be painting snakes. So I mean, it's kind of a two-way street. All right, let's get these cut out. That would be pretty cool. Well, I would love to tell you that I've made a ton of progress, Alex. But since the last time we talked, it's the exact same, dude. This weekend I've been painting so much lately. I'm like, after getting all the hooks and everything put on the lures Sunday, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take the day off. And then yesterday I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. I paint up a few lures. I literally painted 3 lures yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I can't. I gotta take at least one day off. Other than that, my idea is while I'm out west, I'll probably have a lot of downtime, get all the pictures ready before I go there, and then spend the time out there because obviously you're not going to be 24/7 moving around. Have a lot of evening time. I'm probably going to work on it then. But it's right now, most of it's been just getting stuff painted up for it. That's why I haven't been doing the. That was a fun one to do. Chrome, yeah. Well, she said, "Do you want me to post the announcements?" And then she saw that you're doing it. She said, "Well, as long as Glenn's doing it, I'm not gonna do it." Like that's not very fair, Kara. Oh, the black eyes were definitely the correct choice. All right. This is what, the Blue Racer? The Blue Racer. We're on snake number 2 of the evening. I'm just gonna take this off to sign it. Literally, I do feel like I'm holding a big cigar right now. That's so much easier to sign. Conklin, thank you, brother. I'll tell you guys, I got some jigs from Conklin. Those are some of the best jigs I've ever gotten. It's like a purple and silver. I mean, some of the best I've ever seen. And I caught a lot of fish with them too. All right, here we go. I'm running them. The Blue Racer, fish number 2. I'm gonna grab some blinks while this is running. Hey, I'm just telling the truth. Am I okay? I don't feel like I'm that mean in general. Imposter. All right. Thank you, Alex. I will let me take a look at these pictures you sent, John. Were you wanting 1 or 2? Show the coral snake. I'll show the coral snake. Like 1 in each of those logos. Okay, I got you. The coral snake. I don't know. The coral snake might be behind a paywall for UC, which is it took like an hour. All right, let's get this painted up. I might approach this kind of the same way I did that one, and or incorporate those colors in a similar fashion. First date. Hey, I'm not too happy. You bailed on me this weekend. You're saying I don't know want to go fishing. Here you are. Hmm. Shame. Shame. We had a big day planned together. We're gonna go get. That's what I'm saying. It's actually probably meant to be because I did catch a nice crappie. He's gonna pick me up where he's gonna put me in a kayak. He was gonna push me out to the middle of the lake. Said I had to go fishing with my wife. Which that one fine. That one fine. She just gets a little competitive, and I try to tell her, I'm like, you're just not gonna beat me at anything. So I would just want to try first and foremost. But in her defense, we went out and that was a joke for anybody that didn't catch that sarcasm. Uh, we went out and it was like the first 5 casts I caught 4 crappie. Dude, it took her like 15 minutes to catch a fish. She was getting mad. So it's pretty funny. I feel bad laughing, but it's hard to not sit there and act like it's like not funny. Okay, let's take a look at these pictures. MMA fight. Oh, because they're competitive? I guess that's kind of a stupid question. I don't think they're gonna start fist fighting for no reason. This is like a deep dark green. Let me look at the other one. And then a green. I'll tell you what would be kind of cool with this one. If you did almost not the exact same, it's gonna be a little different coloration, but kind of do that black. Then I'm thinking a dark green, like the military green, into this light blue here, and then a bone belly, and then the red gill, because that'll tie the red in. We'll give her a go. I don't know. I wouldn't want to fight her. I wouldn't want to fight her, Muddy. She might be able to fight. Like a fur here. All right. We're not going to use the exact same mesh. We're going to use the new mesh. Hair dryer. You guys would think that I have like a luscious head of hair with how much I'm using this hair dryer. And you guessed right. I do. What do you mean, man? I have the longest hair on whatnot. Kara knows I have a full head of hair. And I would never lie to you guys about that. Oh, we don't have to live in the past here, Glenn. We can move on. Gosh, that was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened. Well, not the most embarrassing. One of, at least on Whatnot. All right, give me a second. Pulling magnets off. Gosh, that was so embarrassing. And y'all started tipping me, freaking tipping me. Take your money back. Like I'm some pay to play. I did. I had the thought before I even ran that show. I should probably. But it gets hot, man, when you're down here running around. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Well, that's fine. Put one more on here and then we'll go and get started. I'm gonna take another look at this picture and kind of get a gauge for what I'm going to go for. So, do. Okay. So, bone, we'll do that one last on the belly. We'll do this blue on the underside. Then green. I might add some black to the back at the end. All right. I think I know what I'm doing. At least I got an idea. Yeah, it's gonna be just paint tutorials. Okay, we're gonna do the green now. K May, what's up, brother? Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Hasn't stopped raining at all today. Had big plans of getting Cajun food today, and after being in Columbia for a while, I'm like, I can't wait any longer for them to open. So, it's like one of my buddies, he does like outdoor stuff. Says it's still raining there. I'm like, no, I think it's done raining. It proceeded to rain the rest of the day. I don't think it stopped. Okay, we're gonna do the bone now. Jay, are you in Missouri too? Where at? We got a lot of Missouri boys in the house tonight. Foley. I have no idea where that's at. I'm pretty good with state geography. Troy, okay. Yeah, buddy, you're like Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere. I'm not gonna start singing, but okay, let's hit this with a hair dryer. His favorite town are those rundown meth towns in southern Missouri. That's his favorite. All right, time for the big reveal. Now we're not done with it, but we're done with the mesh. I just had a thought before I take this off. Would it be too risky? We're here to take chances. If you don't like it, I can always redo it, but I got an idea. I got an idea. I think it'll make it better. Hopefully, it hasn't shifted too much. I don't think it's shifted at all because I still got it pretty tight. Snake crankbait? No. We are done with snakes tonight, dude. I'm looking for it. There it is. I actually did go to the craft store today. And I had big plans tonight, and I ended up falling asleep, so that didn't happen. All right, now we can take it out. That should add a little pizzazz to it. Ooh, Nelly. That blue. I didn't know how that blue was going to look, and I do like it. Let's go ahead and do the belly. Finish doing the bone there. Let's do the red gills. I think I'm probably gonna do. Well, I'm 50-50 on the back right now. Let's do the gills. I'm getting a bunch of water. Apparently, the water separator doesn't work too well. Give me a second. Otherwise, I'm gonna mess the bait up. It's been working pretty well, but I don't have any glides right now, Dakota. I might have one, but I don't know where the that's hail's at. I ordered more. They'll be here someday. I would say soon, but I've been waiting so long at this point. Okay, now I'm half tempted, even though you have that shift on there, half tempted to fade this green and then do black again. Or maybe just do the green with the shift on it. Or maybe just black. I don't know. I think mm, I think I'm just gonna go full black. So I just want it to fade down a little bit. Right now, just since I sprayed into it, it doesn't have any fading. The black splatter back would have been a good idea. Okay. Sorry. I know I take forever sometimes. All right, now I'm thinking some dark red eyes. Have an eye in mind. Have an eye in mind. I'm gonna find it. Only problem is I have to really spend a day organizing these. They're in here somewhere. I think they're at the bottom. I don't really have very many good. Are you saying orange eyes? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm trying to incorporate both of those logos into one. These are the red eyes I'm thinking. I guess we could do a little bit of orange on the belly. Awesome, dude. That's really cool. Holy cow. What do we think, brother? All right, normally everybody can bid on this. Let this one go. I will sign this one too. Matter of fact, if you're bidding on the air filter, guys, this is your chance to win my used air filter. I'm kidding. It's the last filter I have for the last bit. Go ahead and sign this. I'm probably gonna sign it on the bottom just because that'd be the best spot for it. Awesome. Thank you, brother. All right. Get that set to the side. The blue racer. Am I blind? Awesome, man. That'd be really cool, dude. Apparently, I just can't read, Glenn. Oh, that's really cool. That is really cool. I really liked how that pattern looked. At least that's scaling. So I haven't done. I have. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking right now. And I'm probably biting off more than I could chew, but we're painting slow tonight anyway, so we might as well make it even slower. Kara caught this bluegill this weekend, and it's like one of the coolest looking bluegills, color wise, I've ever seen. I mean, seriously, like a gorgeous bluegill. And I think that scaling would be perfect for this. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm reinventing the bluegill. And this one really, there's not really much stripes. I mean, if you look, you might have a little accent of some stripes, like here maybe and there, but there's not really stripes. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. And I was just taken aback by how dark it was. I haven't really seen very many bluegills lately that are that dark. And a second she caught that, I'm like, yep, that is gonna be getting painted. Now every time I go fishing with them, hey, make sure you take pictures of the fish. I just want to see what they look like so I can try to recreate it. Sweet. I'm always you think you learn a bluegill, and then you see bluegill. Bluegill are there's not really any rhyme or reason. There's so many different ones. For sure, John. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. It's really cool painting that for you. I appreciate it, brother. So with this one, we're gonna start with white. I'm thinking white. There's like a little pink up in here, some black throughout, mostly at the top. Little bit of blue right here. So we'll probably start by white, hit the blue up here, do some green. I'm half tempted to do the stripes, but I really don't see the stripes on this bluegill. Like they just aren't there. So I don't think I'm gonna do it. Going for realism with this one. So this try to burn through them a little bit. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Okay. Okay. Gonna do a little bit of pink. I mean, very little. There's some up here and some down here. Okay. Now we're gonna do a little bit of yellow. Now blue. Okay, we've got the easy part out of the way. Okay, we're gonna do green. We'll do a light green first. A light green. And I think I probably will do the stripes, but I'm gonna do it overlaying this stencil or this mesh. Okay, let's go and do this dark green. Then after this one, I'm probably gonna call it a night. I'll be back on painting tomorrow, but and what we're gonna do with this, I'm gonna lay the stencil over the mesh. We're not going to do too many. Just to right about there, just to kind of get the essence. I know the stripes aren't that pronounced, but I'm going to do it anyway. Go ahead and put this darker green up top. And it does look like there is like some green down here. I'm 50-50 on if I want to do that. I might come back at the end and do something on the belly there. I have to actually take this down a hair bit further. You can always add, you can't take away. Okay, let's get some black loaded up. Jessica, I'm going to post something in the bio now. It's pinned up right now. I've already done those. I painted a few more yesterday and then finished them up today. Okay, we're going to do the black now. And then we'll probably take our stencil off and keep working on them. There's actually some black down here, so I'm going to hit that too. I'm half tempted to take it down a little bit in some spots. No, I'm not gonna do it. I like the way it looks right now. I keep adding, I won't like it. I'm gonna go back over that belly. Oh, dude, those those scales look really good. I mean, it looks almost exactly like what I'm painting right now. Dude, that is wicked. Those scales look amazing. Yeah, I know that it almost looks like it has a yellow belly. It's like I'm probably just gonna say forget the image and do an orange and yellow belly. Start with the yellow. I'm just gonna go all the way up, and then we're gonna do an orange by the mouth. I know that's not the color you see on there, but that's what I think is gonna look good. And the orange, dude, I'm gonna do orange, but I'm gonna do transparent, and I'm gonna do, like you said, I'm gonna go extremely light with it. That thing is pretty sick. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I like it the way it is. I think even end shift is not going to, I don't think that's really going to add anything to the bait. This thing had some really dark, really, really dark red eyes. Uh-oh. Brush is wanting to fall down. I'm probably just going to go with the eyes I did on the last one. These, just because I'm a big fan. And then I'm going to call it a night. Well, there they are. You get to that point of bait where you're like, I know there's things that are recommended you do that it might make it look better, but if you really like it, I just call it good there. I know shift's kind of like the standard, but sometimes the shift doesn't look that good, and I don't really know how much shift would add to this bait. Dang thing. I mean, that is, I hate to say it, that might be the best bluegill I've ever done. I thought the one last week was really good. I think this one's better, dude. What do we think? What do we think? I'll show you the reference. It's not very close, but that's all good. Kind of took it in my own direction. Definitely see the darker green. I think I'd probably add a hair more yellow, but I'm gonna keep it that way. All right, I'm half tempted to just run that tomorrow instead of tonight. So I'm gonna hop off here. You go check out the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. I will be back on tomorrow at some point. Just keep an eye out for that, and that will be posted probably pretty soon after this. So we're gonna end on that. Thank you guys.